The following video contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences that have weak knees.
The discretion is advised for the viewers.
Yeah, if you don't have one of those like truck ball sack things, you probably shouldn't watch this.
Oh god, those are the only people that are safe.
If you don't wear
truck nut
Carhartts and shoot,
yeah, you're about to get your Carhartt broke.
Oh!
Let's get it going, baby.
Oh!
Let's get it going. Can they hear us right now?
They can hear us right now. Yeah, they can hear us right now.
Why was I motioning? I don't know what I'm. You know what I mean? What am I
motioning
doing?
to switch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever switched?
I don't think I've ever swithed.
You've never switched?
You gotta teach me one of these days.
If I die,
stop it.
If I
stop
die.
it. Stop it. Come on. Goodness.
Hey
folks, how are you doing?
Oh, we're ready to get out of this week.
This
and
week.
Into this weekend.
How was this week for you? Was it what you wanted? Was it what you needed?
Did you set any intentions?
Did you execute on any goals?
Did you execute any?
We both. Why did we both think of that word?
We gotta get really careful when we say execute any.
Folks,
any people.
Folks, this is the Brew. We are Brotherwife. This is Tyler. I'm Jeff. We're a band that's also a game show.
Happens to be a podcast.
We're trying to bring a little bit of our life into your world.
Our juice. Your mouth. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
God, that's a tasty juice.
God, that's a tasty brew.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be our brew.
It's the juice. We just switched from the juice, guys. No worries though.
That's true. Yeah, things take a little bit of time, folks. You have to give yourself some grace.
So this morning we were on a phone call.
We're a band that's also a game show.
We're a band that's also a game show.
I was on a podcast that's trying to really reach people with that message. So we're outsourcing. If you can't figure out what we are in 3 seconds on a short reel, we're fucking up.
We're fucking up,
and we've realized that.
We have, and we're bringing in help. We're bringing in help. We're bringing in a lot of foreign help, a lot of domestic help.
We're taking the entire gamut, flipping it
upside
down, checking if there's anything up there.
You ever had any upside down pineapple cake? It's good shit, and it's good shit for a reason. If you flip it upside down, you're gonna do.
Most things are better flipped upside down.
Have you ever eaten a burger flipped upside down?
No, but I'd like to.
It's easier to eat.
Is it?
It's easier.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'd like that cushion on my thumb.
Yeah, right.
I don't need the cushion up here. I need this. I need flat. I need it predictable.
You've got 4 fingers on the top. You don't need the cushion on the top. Why are we protecting the top?
Well, and with the amount of scrolling on phones these days, I mean, the thumb could use a little bit of TLC.
The thumb could use a little bit of TLC. We were on a call today, and I'm like, I don't want to say I'm a terrible father, but occasionally I take a conference call when I'm watching my son. And when I'm at the park, that goes maybe better than it would if I was inside of the house. Maybe it goes worse. Today I'm on a conference call with shout out to Shayna. Shout out Shayna,
and I think Brian.
What's up, gang? Brian and Shayna.
Very professional looking Zoom call.
Extremely professional.
I felt like I was speaking with a YouTube video.
Yeah. That's
what it actually felt like.
It did.
It was fucked up quality.
Great presentation.
Great demonstration. I mean, really.
If you guys are watching this, skip the next 30 seconds. No, I'm kidding. We have nothing bad to say. You guys did amazing.
This is good.
Lupin decided he wanted to climb. Well, a couple things happened. He tripped and smashed his head into a metal pole. Which was pretty intense. Yeah, he does that. That happens. The thing is, when you don't have kids and you see a kid get hurt, you're like, oh!
Right.
But when you have kids, you're like, are their bones sticking out?
Yeah.
And are they screaming? As long as they're screaming, you're
How
good.
long did it take to develop that? Because I'm sure the first 9 months you were like, I've got a Fabergé egg right here.
Yeah.
I basically have a Fabergé
for the first 6 months, though, the only way a baby can get hurt is if you hurt it. So it's really different.
But not straight. It can like fucking puke when it's like laying down.
I mean, yeah, it can kill itself some ways, but it can barely get hurt.
It can just barely get around. Suffocate. Right.
Basically, it'll just suffocate somehow.
That's a good point.
Or everything is good, and the the only thing that can happen is you can smash its head into a door frame or something.
Right, yes. And that would be unfortunate.
Which I have only done after he was 1 and far more than 6 months after his
cranial voltage. Well, the thing is, he had the cranial voltage expansion
which makes his skull harder than it would normally be, okay, folks? So pay attention to that.
You want to make sure that the boy is roughened up. You want to make sure that it's like Spartans.
You got to make sure that the surgery
You're breeding a leader.
Absolutely, I am. Absolutely.
This morning, the boy hit the head.
This morning, the boy hit the head. He was screaming, so we knew he was fine. We were screaming, so we knew he was fine. And that took, a good minute and a half to deal with. There were moments where I was like, God, I would love to chime in, but this child is shrieking. This child is shrieking. He found a condom that he wanted to pick up. That blew out into a whole thing. Okay. But where it really escalated, the kid has never climbed a tree before. He's never climbed a tree. I mean, I've set him up in trees.
And he's about to be 2.
He's about to be 2. He's closing in on 2.
Okay.
He found a tree, and he started climbing it. And I was like, oh, this is great. This is awesome. This is so cool. This is amazing.
Yeah.
And he's climbing.
Beautiful moment.
Beautiful moment. I love it.
While you're on the call?
While I'm on the call.
So much is happening.
So much is happening.
We're talking about SEO.
And I'm like, wow, because I've got the call, and I'm guarding him with one hand while he climbs, and I'm like, wow, he's really good at this. This is amazing.
And you're also thinking about how smart and good your son is.
I am thinking about that. I'm thinking about the SEO. I'm thinking about Shayna. I'm thinking about you. A lot is going on, and then he gets up to about 6 feet, and I'm like, wait a second. I'm on a call. The kid is at 6 feet. He's almost out of reach. Like, I almost can't, protect him anymore.
Yeah.
So then, there was even... I get up. I have to step up. He's getting high enough. I'm, holding onto his coat. And I'm like, Lupin, we gotta get down. And, I've got the headphones on, and everyone's like, you guys are chatterboxing, talking shop, and it's great, and I love it. I'm hearing it all. And I'm like, Lupin, we gotta get down. And he just screamed me, no! Tree! No! Tree! I had to climb. He got 8 feet up in the tree while I'm trying to drag him down, and he hook locks with both his arms and his legs on these branches. And I had to climb up there and pry each limb off and force it down over the thing, and then firemen carry him down out of the tree, and it rolled out into a 4-minute fiasco getting him calmed down. What did I do? I had to bring him over. He loves dog poop bags. Well, really what he loves is dog poop. But I've been pretty thorough
You've been able to transfer him to the bag.
Yeah, you've got the bag.
It's like folks that are on heroin getting the methadone.
There you go.
He's getting a little dismount.
He's heading to the Method 1 clinic.
Yeah, okay.
But I get him a dog poop bag, and I tell him to pick up pine cones. Because I'm like, oh, we're going to pretend it's dog poop. And so he goes and he gets the dog poop bag, and he picks up the pine cones, and then we go throw it away.
That sucks for the folks that are providing those bags.
I need to donate to the park.
That's a problem.
I need to donate to the park.
There's only so many bags.
I bring my own dog poop bags now.
How much? How do you think 500 lasts a long time or a short time? Because
a lot of
motherfuckers like you.
A lot of
kids follow trends.
And this is a throwback. I want to just give a quick throwback to the lesson that we learned 3 episodes ago, where my sweet neighbor taught me that if you hold a doggy bag on both sides like this and you spin it like this over and over again, it'll close itself up, so you don't have to get your clean fingers in that nasty shit and tie it off.
It's always been off-putting for me because I don't like the warmth.
Oh, yeah.
The warmth is what really fucks
a cold
with me.
dog shit?
It's kind of not a problem.
It's not a problem.
It's kind of not a problem. But
question for you.
What's up?
Do you smell your fingers after you do that?
No.
Okay. I smell my fingers every time. Sometimes 2 or 3 times. I smell my fingers after I use a dog bag.
I've definitely done. And I hate to admit this. You of all people know that I hate to admit this, but in my past, and I'm being vulnerable with you folks, I have cupped and smelled. I have cupped and smelled. In my past.
Yeah. Why would I cup and smell today? I cup and smell today.
For real?
I'm for real.
Why?
I don't know.
Compulsive?
It's just, I guess you could. Yeah, it might be compulsive.
Compulsive.
It might be compulsive.
Yeah. I get it.
And here's the thing:
we gotta deal with stress somehow. It's a stressful fucking world out here.
It is.
Give yourself a couple liberties and a little grace.
A little bit of cupping. A little bit of cupping is okay. A little bit of cupping is okay.
Can we put that on the shirt? A little bit of cupping?
Sure. Do you guys want a little bit of cupping shirt? Go ahead and shout out.
I'm just imagining a little bit of cupping.
Go ahead and shout out in the comments if you want a little bit of cupping.
A little bit of cupping.
And we'll figure out a nice medium.
And then on the back it says, not that much.
I actually really like that. That's great. That could be. That's a great shirt. But no, the funny thing is, I won't cup a fart if I know my farts don't smell. If I'm having a good day where my farts aren't smelly, I'm not like, I'm gonna cup that just to check. It's when I know that my farts are rancid, putrid shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna cup that.
I'm gonna cup that.
Shit, it's a busy day. I gotta update my cup log.
Sometimes it's just a wafting.
You got a cup journal? So there's ones where you choose to waft versus cup. There's like a rating system.
Yeah, there's like a rating system. How vital is it that I smell this?
Folks, fart? is this because I'm not like the typical like.
He hates farts.
I hate farts.
He hates farts. He hates
I don't
think
there's maybe there's 1% of the time a fart's funny, and it's got to be like the right situation. Yeah. For this guy,
Lupin, every time he farts, he laughs so hard.
Okay, yeah, a baby. Yes,
burps.
Yes, a fart Lupin would be funny to somebody with the intelligence of a literal 2-year-old. Exactly. That's my argument. 1,000%.
He's coming out swinging, guys.
Farts are not funny.
He's a staunch fart hater.
Okay. Tyler, a couple years ago, God bless him, he turned me on to the concept of why they're funny, because it's unexpected. It's one of the world's first unexpected things. It's one of the world's first jokes, right? The fart joke. Everybody ubiquitously thinks farts are funny, but I do not understand it. Yeah. And I did actually have one theory.
Okay. Did your dad make you smell his farts?
No, but it does have to do with my dad.
It always has to do with your dad.
What do you do?
Every single weird thing you've got.
Is it? Yeah.
It just.
Well, he was in the Navy.
He was in the Navy.
When you go to boot camp in the 90s, folks, something happens to your brain. You get scrambled like a goddamn fucking.
Here's the difference between the Navy and being a 4-year-old. Hopefully, at least 20 years and a gun and 9 months of boot camp training. Yeah. There's like a pretty significant difference between a 4-year-old and a person in the military, and just some people that have a family and go to the military somehow cannot distinguish the difference between a 24-year-old crew cut fucking soldier and a 4-year-old. I don't know why. It's like beer goggles, except it's just the one thing you can't tell the difference between is anyone and a soldier, but it just does happen to people. It does, folks.
Tyler is a libertarian, actually.
I spiritually, I'm a libertarian. Do I think it would ever work? Only if everything really goes to shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, if it's like right, left, or Libby, I'm definitely libertarian. Like,
yeah, no,
faux shout, 1,000%. But the glitch.
It applies digital blackface to me all the time.
Sorry it does that glitch. We don't know why it does that. It's fucked. We're trying. I'm glad we can address the glitch. Actually, we're kind of breaking.
Is this the only time we've ever done that?
I think it might be. Yeah, we know that the glitch is there. Consider it stylistic. Yeah, it's a stylistic choice.
You guys have seen the glitch features kind of popping off. The glitch FX is kind of popping off right now.
Are we also tilted? God, we're a tiny bit tilted.
No.
Never tell them that.
You're just dizzy. You're just
never tell them that.
No.
Never ever tell them that.
You're just dizzy. Buddy.
Well, okay. Folks, one of the things we do here on The Brew is we read you the news stories that you want to hear. We bring you news. It's curated. It's discussed. There's a point of view. Would you like to hear it?
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. That's nice.
We primarily discuss what is most disgusting.
And we also do a segment of the news. We're kind of like breaking into a new news paradigm. Like, we are... Because... I want to still do Slimy or Savvy.
Yeah, I like Slimy or Savvy.
But I had kind of like a thought, like, what if we took like 4 news stories or 5 news stories that's about what we read, and then we just, we rank them at the end? Okay. Best to worst, or we give like an award to one of them, like what was like Brotherwife Choice, or I don't know. Maybe we could... Brothers Choice Awards. The Brothers Choice Awards. Oh, and then at the end of the year we could do a tournament or... fan-involved tournament. I don't know. Folks, we're trying to keep it creative.
Number one story of the month. Yeah, I like that.
Number one story of the month.
Number one story of the month. Yeah, we're also talking about maybe doing like degenerate news.
Yeah,
and we're gonna call it because Ellen DeGeneres has her own Ellen DeGeneres News. We're thinking about calling it Helen DeGenerate News. And Coda, who just commented, actually, you could probably help us with that. I think you've got your finger on the pulse of degeneracy in the world today. So, man, if you want to send us some stuff, I would love and appreciate that. It can't be a shitty webcam cable, Coda, because we are using something called, and shout out to XSplit vConnect. They are a company that allows you to Wi-Fi connect your phone to your computer and use it as a webcam. Great camera. Apparently, it fucking applies digital blackface like 3 times an episode.
Well, and it seems as if the frequency of the glitches has like 9x.
Yeah, today it's really bad.
Yeah, like it used to it's like a pulse today. Like it used to actually be like very few and far between.
I wonder if I put this closer. I wonder if it's like some kind of some interruption. Like there's I don't know. We strive for quality.
Florida ex-con dad beats up 16-year-old at bus stop over fight with his son, deputies say. So we got another...
so it's not his son that he's beating up. He's beating up somebody else.
He's beating up another...
He gets in a fight with his son and then beats us someone else.
Well, I think he's beating up another child on behalf of his son.
Over fight with his son.
Yeah, the 16-year-old got in a fight with his son. He's like, not my son. I'm an ex-con. I'm not afraid to go back.
He's an ex-con or an ex-cop?
An ex-con.
Oh.
A Lakeland man who was previously convicted for second-degree murder, holy fuck, was arrested again this week after he waited around a bus stop and allegedly beat up a 16-year-old boy who reportedly got into a fight with his son. And a DoorDash driver saw the whole thing go down.
Ooh. Oh, is there a video?
Juicy. Okay, maybe. Yeah, you work on that. Yeah, I mean, of course. Yeah. I mean, everyone's videotaping tragedies these days.
Everyone is videotaping.
Garrett McCabe was arrested and charged with simple battery after the incident that happened Tuesday on David Street in Lakeland, according to a press release from the Polk County Sheriff's Office. McCabe told detectives that a neighbor told him two boys had jumped his son on Monday. An investigation revealed that while McCabe's son did get into a fight with one of the boys a few weeks ago, and the other on Monday, he wasn't jumped in either incident. Deputies say it's kind of a he said, she said.
Yeah, that's the hard thing. I mean, running a business, it's really.
What are we talking about?
It's really tough.
We need more DoorDash drivers that saw.
He's a guy who could actually go either way. That expression makes him look like an ex-con, but like if you just saw him walking down the street,
I mean, his eyes are almost like they're
sad and kind.
How is he so sad and kind?
Sad and kind. Hannessy Majory. Your name is actually Hannessy Majory, not Big Dick Randy. But Big Dick Randy, it's nice to meet you. Whether you go by Hannessy, whether you go by Big Dick, you know, I'm not sure. But I'll just go by your preferred.
Literal pleasure.
A literal
Big
pleasure.
Dick Randy.
Think about the pleasure from
just phenomenal. So after the fight on Monday, the boy and his mother reportedly spoke with McCabe, and the boy apologized to him for fighting with his son. The next day, the 47-year-old man waited around at the bus stop to see if the boys would fight his son again.
And then decided he stays ready. Matters into his own hands.
When the boys got off the bus, however, McCabe confronted them. He told detectives that he slapped one of them in the face. A DoorDash food delivery driver who witnessed the entire incident told deputies he actually punched the boy once in the face and twice in the stomach.
And you kind of love to see that to some extent because it's just such a classic like movie moment. One punch to the face, you grab him on the shoulder, two to the gut, and he goes down.
Right.
We don't condone.
That's a man that knows what he's doing.
45-year-old men beating up 16-year-olds, but if you are going to beat up a 16-year-old,
make it cinematic.
Make it cinematic.
That's all we can really advise on.
And it sounds like he did his due diligence. He did his due diligence on that. Unfortunately, there's no video. I would love to have a video.
I would pay anything for that.
I would pay.
I really wish.
I would pay $100 for that. I would pay $10 for that.
It's understandable that a dad would be upset about his son getting jumped. Quote, but waiting at a bus stop to beat up a kid is not the kind of example you want to be setting for your child. Sheriff Grady Judd said in a press release. Two things. One, reasonable. Two, great name. Grady Judd?
Holy
Sheriff
shit.
Grady Judd?
Oh, what's that show? What's the show?
Come on. Come the fuck
90s, on. What's the 90s
Big
drama?
Mustache.
Twin Peaks.
I didn't ever watch that. I didn't ever watch it. I've heard about it a billion times.
I've heard about it a billion times too.
God
Allison
damn.
watched it.
Did you guys like Twin Peaks? Was that a big deal to you?
Can anyone give a shout out if Twin Peaks is worth
He has
not
incel
watching?
face. Yeah, I mean, Dad, like, listen.
No, Dad wasn't in the right. Okay, here's the deal.
This is true. It's true.
Here.
Break it down. TT's a father. If anybody's in the right here, it's kind of more. If your kid
is a little on the weak side, if there's gonna be two kids there, you gotta give him a leg up. But you can't have a weapon and you can't leave any marks, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, one really good option is going to be a roll of pennies or a roll of quarters.
Oranges work too. Oranges
and then you got to practice with the kid a little bit. You got to have your kind of like Rambo Rocky cutscene, and you got to train the kid. And you got to train the kid for engaging quickly in a conflict. And you want to just go for one good knockout punch to the face. Maybe you got to train him to do 2 punches at once. That might be necessary.
Okay,
2 punches at once.
So, really quick, this brings me to a great point. Do you have, I mean, you've gotten in quite a few fights in your adult career, as a young man.
Yeah, sure.
What was your move? How do you approach the fight?
Well,
does it?
It depends.
I feel like I'm with a fight scientist. I'm with a drunken fight scientist
right now. Yeah, so it really depended for me. I loved standing game. But I was much stronger.
What was your first move?
My first move was always punch to the face.
Punch to the face.
Yeah, unless it was agreed that we were. I always tried to go, hey guys, let's just duke this out on bodies. Let's just
Wait, you would say that?
Yeah, I would say that.
You would propose. You were like a gentleman.
I got sucker punched in the face proposing that multiple times.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my God. It was a bad idea, but I liked body
you like giving people,
benefit of
the thing is, I've heard of people like body boxing or like if you get it out, you're like,
get it out.
You know what? Come here.
Yeah. But so I mean, the thing is, if you're in standing game, you're always trying to land a good shot on the nose or a good shot on the chin.
Which did you go for? Whatever you could get.
Whatever I could get. I could get.
Yeah.
My standing game, I was usually fighting people that were bigger than me and had longer arms than me, and
You fought some motherfuckers that was...
I should not have fought.
I mean, almost... You don't have to be that big to have it be a David and Goliath situation, unfortunately.
For me, yeah. No, it's not.
It's the sad truth.
There's a lot of Goliaths out there for me. This
guy's living in a world of Goliaths, but he's a strong David. Goddamn.
So yeah, I mean it's true, but I would try and go for face shots, and then when I started getting my shit rocked, I would try and take someone down, and I would take people down hard. I would take people down double leg, single leg or double leg takedown.
So you're just wrapping around like a little baby who's like riding a foot.
No,
you're charge and take them down?
you charge and take their legs out from underneath them, and I mean the goal isn't for them to smash.
But
their heads into
that's
concrete.
hard.
It's not hard if you wrestled for a long time.
I mean, I wrestled for a little bit. That seems hard.
I had a pretty good single leg and double leg takedown. I had a pretty good,
Did you fucking buckle the knees?
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, makes sense. No, it was, and hooked the ankle. Buckle one knee and hook one ankle, and it's over.
Yeah.
Because okay. It's pretty much over. I mean, I probably landed like 75% of the takedowns that I tried for.
So then you take down, you get to the face?
Yeah, you try and get back to the face. Yeah. Or you choke them out, if you can choke them out. I didn't get many choke outs. I probably only had 1 or 2 choke outs.
Yeah.
But, so it was, for me, it was always like, hit them in the face a little bit, let's tango, and then if they're fucking my shit up, which they usually would, just take them down.
Yeah.
I didn't win a ton of my fights.
Yeah.
I didn't win a lot of my fights. I lost most of my fights.
Yeah. You were like the People's Choice Award. You were never like the guy that was...
I added some spice, I had some character, there was some charisma in my fight.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised, but you... Yeah.
Oh, he's really gonna... Okay. Huh. I mean, for you guys that don't know, I mean, there was a point in time where I weighed like 85 pounds.
Well, when you were a young boy. When you were a young boy.
I wrestled
You wrestled at 85 when you were young?
I wrestled at 85.
Well, yeah, but you were wrestling since you were like 6.
I guess that's true. So, maybe I'm off. Maybe I was 100. Maybe I was 105.
Because 85 is like
diseased.
Diseased.
Like if you're in 7th grade weighing 85 pounds,
your parents should have a couple fucking audits.
You need an inhaler.
I'm
I know, right? That's we had that story with the 10-year-old who weighed.
Was
it, like 35 pounds.
It was fucked, folks. We learn a lot about the atrocities of the world, and one of them was a 10-year-old stuck in a dark environment for a long time.
Dark, dim, dank.
This is one of the ones I wanted to.
And we're rotate. Are we going to rotate news now?
We are going to rotate news, but I need to.
You can pull something up for this.
I need to show. Can you pull this up really quick? I'm going to email it to you.
Of course, yeah. You're going to email it to me.
I am going to email it to you.
And this is about.
Or wait, actually, can you just type "man arrested after allegedly shooting 2 protesters"? It's going to be easier that way. Due to a couple digital restrictions, it's just going to be
allegedly shooting 2 protesters.
Yeah.
Thank you. 72-year-old man arrested after 11 years. Here we go.
I just need you to show the good folks at home this video.
Okay, here we go.
So can you pull that video up?
Wow.
Wow.
I love how matter-of-fact he is.
Absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Folks, so we're going to go to... I've got to actually do this a different way, unfortunately. I've got to do this in here.
Kenneth Darlington, 77... is arrested after shooting 2 environmental demonstrators at a protest blocking the road in Panama.
He means business, folks.
He's not fucking around.
And
when you see this elderly gentleman...
Okay, man arrested.
2 people have died after a motorist fired shots during a protest against a disputed
2 deaths,
mining contract in Panama on Tuesday. The 7th of November. Panama's national police said they apprehended an adult allegedly linked to an incident in Chame district, where 2 people died. State prosecutors said in a Twitter post that 1 person had been arrested in connection with the deaths. Demonstrators were protesting after the government fast-tracked a contract to allow a Canadian mining company to restart an open-pit copper mine, surrounded by a rainforest for the next 20 years. So, goddamn. I mean... Listen, these people are putting their life on the line, right? You're out here protesting, like the motherfuckers that like chained to trees and shit. I mean, that's what happens when you go and demonstrate. I'm not saying that Mr. Darlington was correct. I'm just saying that it's not all fucking like getting, Chick-fil-A on the way to a protest. Like there are serious problems that can happen.
And here we go, folks. You gotta really admire the can-do attitude and just the direct nature of the situation. Here we go. I hope you enjoy this. It's just hi. My name is Roger. Get out of the road.
It's like he's gesturing with a toothpick almost.
Yeah.
Like he's just like, no, this is what's gonna happen. I literally look like reincarnated Colonel Sanders, and I'm gonna tell you that I'm actually going to move these tires, and I'm gonna have you. At
the point that he's got the gun, you just are like, okay, we'll pull down the barricade for a second.
I kind of honestly, I mean, he didn't handle this correctly, but I kind of wish he would have gotten away with it. I kind of wish he would have just fucking drove off and everything would have been like honky dory.
Kind of a slimy versus
he's 77. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
I know that, and that's the beautiful thing about, age, guys. There is a point where, like, if you feel really deeply about a political issue, or
this is your big thing. This
or
is
an
your
agenda, and you're getting up there, you're really getting up there in age. A lot of people like to, die in hospitals, but if you're getting up there and you get, especially, my number one thing is, like, if you're getting up there and you get like a terminal disease of some kind, and it's like, okay, the gig is up, the news is out, they finally found me, I've got 7 months left. Why not go do something fucking nuts? I'm not promoting anything in particular, but why not start a small business that happens to
deal with certain annuities,
distasteful elements of changing society through aggressive measures. I don't know. It just strikes me that there's not more elderly terrorists, I guess. It's just really surprising to me that there's not more 80-year-old terrorists.
No, dude, I really do think that you ought to do something. This motherfucker is driving still, wielding a gun, having no interruptions in his flow. If you're at that level, like, you ought to just go out with a bang, literally.
Yeah, this one. He could. I don't know what his deal was. I don't know what he cared about. He obviously cared about getting places in a timely manner. Right. He didn't like to be late.
Yeah, I think a big thing to him was probably like 11 herbs and spices.
11 herbs and spices.
He literally looked like Colonel Sanders.
He did. Fucking crispy on the outside, but what? Soft on the inside.
Soft on the inside, aren't we all?
And not a chicken, surprisingly.
Yeah. And unfortunately, not a chicken. But he was trying to cross the road.
But he was trying to cross the road, folks. He was trying to cross the road.
God damn! Woo! So I wanted to bring up that Iceland declares state of emergency over volcanic eruption threat.
Oh, no.
But then I don't know how to say anything Icelandic.
Oh, here.
So can you like...
Yeah,
like,
no,
I
got this.
Like, be my motherfucking...
Yeah, here we go.
This is why we're a team. Good God.
Iceland declares state of emergency over volcanic eruption threat. Powerful earthquakes rock country's southeastern Reykjanes Peninsula, increasing likelihood of event. Icelandic authorities have declared a state of emergency after a series of powerful earthquakes rocked the country's southwestern Reykjanes Peninsula, signaling the increased likelihood of a volcanic eruption in the region. The national police chief declares a state of emergency for civil defense due to the intense earthquake at Sundungjúkagigar, north
really
of
quick, you
Grindavik.
guys, Sundungjúkagigar.
Did I do good?
I don't even know if you did good.
Sundungjúkagigar. I think
if anybody knows how the fuck to pronounce that.
Sundungjúkagigar, north of Grindavik. The Department of Civil Protection and Emergency of Management said in a statement, earthquakes can become larger than those that have occurred, and this series of events could lead to an eruption, the administration warned.
Damn.
The Icelandic Met Office, IMO, said an eruption could take place in several days. The village of Grindavik, home to about 4,000 people, is located 1.86 miles southwest of the area where Friday's earthquake swarm was registered. Earthquake swarm. Yeah. Can we pause for a second and just go...
They're alive.
They're alive.
And they're surrounding you.
It has evacuation plans in case of an eruption. At about 5:30 p.m. GMT, 2 strong earthquakes were felt as far as the capital, Reykjavik. And I only know how to say that because I did Geo Kids or whatever.
I think that was actually the worst one you did, though. Isn't it Reykjavik?
Is it Reykjavik?
I think it's Reykjavik.
Oh.
I've got my faith rocked in all of the shit you've done previously.
Okay, Reykjavik?
Is it Reykjavik?
I think it's Reykjavik.
Is it?
Can you look it up on the phone here. Look it up on the... Get a pronunciation on the phone here.
I'm going to get a pronunciation.
40 kilometers away along much of the country's... It's 182... Oh, well... That's too late for that now. I guess I'll still hand enter it after I fucking say it. The biggest tremor north of Grindavik had a magnitude of 5.2 according to preliminary IMO figures. Police closed a road running north-south to Grindavik on Friday after it was damaged by earthquakes. Since late October, 24,000 tremors have been registered on the peninsula.
God damn.
Since late October, 24,000 tremors have been
It's 24,000
It's
tremors.
November 10th.
That's a true swarm.
It's November 10th.
But okay, how many of these tremors are you able to actually perceive?
How many?
Oh, is it not? Oh, are your Bluetooth?
God damn it!
Reykjavik.
Fuck.
Reykjavik.
Can we look up the other one?
Reykjavik.
I'm gonna throw at you some fucking consonants.
How to pronounce? This is fucked.
Sundhnjukkagigar. Goddamn. It's not even populating.
Yeah, it's not.
There's a bunch of like weird. One of them was General So's. I don't understand. Nobody knows. No fucking respectable YouTuber's gonna put their name on the line with the fucking pronunciation video.
I do want to Chargog. This is another hard to pronounce one, and I think this is from Reykjavik.
Can you?
This is from here. I mean, we can show him.
We show him. Why not fucking show him?
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Well, you get the goddamn point.
It's kind of crazy. We're gonna just play this one for you really quick as well.
Make this Christmas season a crafting season at Hobby Lobby and save 50% with
folks,
our Christmas sale.
That's so funny because as
possibly one of the hardest
far as ads go, Hobby Lobby is like
the name of a lake in Vermont.
Worst people you could be.
As the Webster Lake, so maybe call it that way. Chogagagag, Monchagagag, Chobanambagangamag is how it's pronounced.
There you go.
You want to break it down? Chogagagag, Monchagagag, Chobanagangamag. Yeah? So if you want to say it in one go, as quick as possible. Chogagagag, Monchagagag, Chobanagangamag. And now you have it.
Pretty good. Pretty good
impressive. There. Pretty impressive. Do you want to smile and dial? Are you ready? It's terrifying every time. It's not like with a faint heart that we do this.
We got to figure out how to make it mean, though. You guys have any ideas how we can make
the thing is it cannot be mean, it can't be nice.
Yeah.
You know?
But I can't get them unless I'm sweet. Maybe I'm sweet and you're a complete cunt.
I like that, because that's just, like, real life. What was I going to say? Fuck, I literally can't remember what I was going to say. Jesus!
Damn!
This is a live broadcast. God damn. God damm.
Wake up. Who are we calling, baby doll?
That's, yeah. What about one in a different part of, you want to do Kitsap, or you want to do?
We can do wherever. We can do anywhere. I mean, and the nice thing is it's daytime. It's 9 a.m. somewhere.
God damn.
It's 9 a.m. somewhere.
Why don't you type in Renton department store?
Renton department store.
Yeah.
What are the questions for a department store?
Well, it's gonna populate some businesses, and then we can decide what we want to call from there.
Ross Dress for Less, Marshalls, Walmart, Supercenter, department store is not.
Maybe call it Ross.
Ross?
Why don't we try a Ross?
What are the questions going to be for a Ross though?
What is the worst type of customer that comes in?
There's no wrong answers.
No, yeah.
There's
okay.
No
Jesus.
There's no wrong answers. We got to plan this shit out.
Yeah.
We're gonna start planning some shit, guys. We're gonna start.
Okay.
We're gonna start scheduling.
Here, how about this?
Some shit.
You talk to the good folks about the bit and explain it to them, and I'll find a number.
Give me a news story. What's the news story that I'm reading?
Well, tell them about what we do.
Oh,
the game
well,
show.
folks,
we're going to bring you into...
On the Brew, what we do is we reach out to local businesses and we try and get them to take a quiz or a questionnaire that pertains to their business. So this is our local or not so local business. What would be really fun is to call businesses in India. I don't know what time it is in India. It's probably the perfect time to call.
But we don't speak Hindi.
Well, we don't. But we could call, I don't know, like airport stores.
Okay.
Airport stores.
I've got...
You know what I'm saying?
Airport
stores are always open, right? Are they? I don't know.
I've got an idea.
Oh, towing
I've got an idea. Why don't we call a towing company?
Sure.
Let's call a fucking couple towing companies.
Absolutely. Okay, here we go.
All right. So I've got some numbers for you here.
Okay. We're going to call...
Liberty Towing Paulsbo. 253-565-1300.
One more time. 253-565...
1300.
Here we go. Okay.
And so now we're going to make a game show for the towing folks, and if they...
God bless ChatGPT and its sweet little heart. Its sweet little robot heart.
It's really a special edition. Okay.
To any game show, to any podcast, to any... I mean, you can apply this to the best of things and to the worst of things. I think about how terrorist organizations can use ChatGPT to further their objectives. We're gonna crack open that Diet Coke right now, folks. Hello, this is Tyler with Brotherwife. I'm calling. You are currently on the Brew with Brotherwife, a local podcast. We reach out to local businesses and see if individuals would care to participate in a questionnaire that has to do with their business. So, like, for example, this questionnaire would have to do with towing. So we have 5 questions, and if you take the test, we'll leave a 5-star review for your business no matter what. And if you win the trivia, then we will send you $35 via Venmo, Cash App, or Zelle. Would you be interested?
Okay, and who am I speaking with?
Tyler.
Okay, and what were your questions?
Well, we have 5 trivia questions. If you'd be willing to take the trivia quiz, and if you take the quiz, we'll leave you a 5-star review no matter what. And if you win it, we'll send you $35 via Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle.
Okay.
Are you down to compete?
I can try.
Awesome, you rock. Thank you so much. And I'm going to pass you over to Jeff. He is the host for Asking Questions. Jeffrey, do you have question number 1?
I sure do. And whom do I have the pleasure of speaking with right now?
My name is Jackie.
Jackie, I'm going to ask you 5 questions. The great thing is you have the ability to miss 1 and keep going. But if you miss 2, we're going to have to close up shop, give you that 5-star review, and part ways with you. Are you ready to go, and does that make sense?
Go ahead.
All right. Question number 1. What is the primary function of a tow truck's winch? A, change the direction of a pole. B, lift the front wheels of a vehicle. C, securely attach the towed vehicle. Or D, pull or hoist a vehicle onto the tow truck. We're looking for the primary function of a tow truck's winch.
And what were the options?
We have A, change the direction of a pole. B, lift the front wheels of a vehicle. C, securely attach the towed vehicle. Or D, pull or hoist a vehicle onto the tow truck.
Definition of winching.
The definition?
It was B.
B, lift the front wheels.
No, the other one.
D as in dog?
It was to winch in a certain position. Change the winching position.
I'm so sorry. We cannot accept that. The correct answer was D, pull or hoist a vehicle onto the tow truck. I'm so sorry. We need to hear about that tow truck in that mix here. All right. I got a new question, though, for you, and you're still in the game. Which type of towing equipment is designed to prevent a towed vehicle from rolling while being transported? A, wheel chocks. B, safety chains. C, tow straps. Or D, J-hooks.
Safety chain.
I'm so sorry. It's actually wheel chocks.
It's wheel chocks.
They go
under the wheels, and they prevent it from rolling forward or backwards. Well, Jackie, it has been an absolute pleasure playing this game with you. Do you have anything that you'd like to say about Liberty Towing?
I'm sorry, one more time?
Do you have anything you'd like to say about Liberty Towing? A shout out to Liberty Towing before you go.
Well, it's a women-owned business, and we take really good care of our customers, and it's all about presenting customer service, and we take every customer in consideration as if they were our family members.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the challenge today, Jackie. We really appreciate you, and you should see that 5-star review pop up sometime tonight. Thank you so much for your time and positive energy. You have an awesome evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, what happened in the last 20 seconds? Like, once you asked about that, it was like she was like MK Ultra triggered or something.
Yeah.
And it was like la da 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 da. But before that, she actually sounded on sedatives.
Like, I think she may have been on sedatives.
Folks, these are the people that are towing your fucking car. These are the people that are towing your goddamn vehicle when you make a mistake.
Yeah.
I mean,
be afraid. Be not afraid.
I mean, I want to leave a 4-star review.
Wow.
Rather than we haven't done that in the history, but that's what I'd like to do. Okay. I mean, folks, do you share the frustration? That was.
So if we could ramp it up to more money, if we could ramp it up to $200 or something, and then
this bitch doesn't know shit. But
every question that you miss, we lower 1 star on the review.
Oh my! Well, that's too. And then we tell them that after they agree after they agree to play the game.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, and then just by the way, also we do, and then just gloss over. Are you ready to play, dude? But I mean, to be fair, she's not the person out there on the street.
She is not.
She's not the person chalking the wheels.
I've had a lot of tow guys.
But even I knew chalks.
I mean, both of those. Pull or hoist a vehicle onto the tow truck, that's what a winch does.
She didn't even understand the concept of multiple choice for a second there. I was like, what's happening?
We needed to have a quiz about how we need to have a trivia about how trivia works before we have a trivia quiz.
So. Well.
But, folks, this is what you run into. There's some challenges.
It's a goddamn forest out there, and you're going to get a few blackberries. Sometimes they're sweet, sometimes they're spiky.
And that has nothing to do with the race of whoever was picking up the phone.
Oh, she was not black.
I know she wasn't. Okay. That's why I said that.
Okay.
Because if she was, then I wouldn't have said that, because that would be really weird to point that out if it was even a possibility.
Hey, fair enough.
So I'm not pointing that out.
You would never do that.
I would never point that out.
Folks, we got another news story here for you. Well, you read the last one. Okay. A Florida woman uses...
But you did read 2 in a row.
Yeah, but I'm,
You're used to being the news guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still the primary news guy.
I mean, we're kind of co-hosting the news now.
We did talk about the... But the thing is, I liked being the news guy.
Okay, how about we switch between paragraphs? You do the top of the title, and I'll do the bottom.
How about how about we do it in perfect unison?
Okay. 3,
folks.
2,
one thing is on the Brew, we try to
go. Florida woman uses one more item excuse at Winn-Dixie to steal $330 worth of groceries. Deputies say.
Okay,
that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Try one more paragraph here.
A Marion County woman has found herself behind bars after concocting a scheme to steal nearly $330.
It's kind of like when you have an echo on the phone. It's actually exactly like that.
The thing is, are we going to play it straight or are we going to do inflections? Because if we're doing inflections, that's a way harder game. But if we're playing it straight, let's play it straight and try and throw in a few inflections.
I'm going to add some pacing.
A Marion County woman has found herself behind bars. That's harder. That's fucking harder. Okay,
you read it. Read it.
No. All right, I'll read it. Okay. A Marion County woman has found herself behind bars to steal nearly $330 worth of groceries from Winn-Dixie this week, according to deputies.
How the fuck is this news? How the fuck is this news?
We're going to dive into it. Sarah Howe was arrested and charged with the misdemeanor retail theft after the incident that unfolded at Winn-Dixie on East Highway 40 in Silver Springs on November 6th, according to an arrest affidavit from Marion County Sheriff's Office. Deputies responded to the grocery store on Tuesday in reference to the retail theft that had occurred the day before, the report said. The manager said a woman, later identified as Howe, allegedly stole from the store on Monday. Howe was checking out when she told the cashier she needed to grab another item, according to the affidavit. She said she needed to take the shopping cart with her so that she could balance while she walked to get the other item. Okay. But that's when she walked out of the store.
Kind of a hard sell.
Passing all points of sale. She's like, I use this as a walker, kind of. It's like a shopping cart and a walker.
It's a shopping cart walker.
Before Howe left, the cashier said the total was $328.34, the report said. The store manager was able to ID Howe based on her Winn-Dixie card, which had her information attached to it. Deputies then paid a visit to Howe's house based on the address listed. Goddamn. I mean, loyalty is not always rewarded. Sometimes it'll fucking get you. God. Goodness. The people that live in the house told deputies that Howe recently left to go to the store. She's back out there. Howe was found later that day at a Family Dollar, where she was placed under arrest.
I mean,
if you're getting arrested at a Family Dollar, shit is not going fucking well for you.
So $330 worth of stuff stolen. The lady's got a $500 bond right now. Like, this is not even a crime.
This is barely news. This is the worst news story we've ever read.
This is literally the worst
news story. In a post-Miranda interview with deputies, Howe said she went to Winn-Dixie on the day of the alleged theft and did leave the store without paying for the items in her cart.
How did this pass screening?
She was transported to the Marion County Jail, where she remains on a $500 bond.
$500 bond. Just a $500 bond. So in order to get out of jail, she has to pay $50.
Yeah, I mean, in the end of the day, because I'm assuming that she didn't run this jig just once, so she's probably netting positive.
But why? I mean,
and she's getting free food in jail. I mean, this is savvy on savvy. This is literally savvy on savvy for the right person.
She went through the fucking checkout before stealing the food. Like, why in the fuck do you not just walk out of the store?
Yeah, don't draw attention
to yourself. If you're stealing food, the only thing you've got to worry about walking out of a store is like fucking the magnetic alert strips that you find in video games and clothes.
Yeah.
I don't know this because I used to steal stuff.
Yeah. God, do you want to tell your stealing story?
Which stealing story?
Oh, well, just, maybe the one at Walmart or the one at Walmart, whatever you think is the biggest one.
I mean, I don't know. My biggest heist
Your biggest
heist I got away with probably.
This guy was fucking shoplifting for a fucking mad minute.
Yeah, I really like
mad minute. It was God damn.
I stole a lot of magic cards. Magic
cards. You stole flash drive and they were valuable. Dating us.
Yeah,
folks, we're 31 and 32.
I stole a lot of and the flash drives were basically. I was gonna try and run a racket. I was gonna try and sell the flash drives for money.
Truly smart.
But it just didn't work. Nobody wanted to buy fucking flash drives.
Yeah, because you weren't you needed to go to the ASB kids.
I needed to go to the ASB kids. I needed to find the right market. I need to do A/B research, polling. Who's going to buy these?
Absolutely.
But I was stealing flash drives. I was stealing a lot of video games, and there was a good system. There was two aisles without cameras in the Walmart, and if you get it down really well, you can break open these plastic cases that have the video games in them. And then pull out, there's always, somewhere in the package, there's going to be a thing. And what I learned the hard way is that these video games, they require the serial numbers. They require the serial numbers to
they're
activate
literally
the
Visa gift cards.
And it was right in the time where that wasn't the case, and it became the case. And so I was like, great. It was all Gucci for a long time. And then I stole my first, it was an RTS strategy game, like Imperial War or something. And I get this $60 game.
He stole so much you can't even account for it.
I'm so excited to get this game home and play it. And then it asked for a fucking serial number. And I would always walk through this aisle, and I got it down to about 15 seconds. I would slow walk through the aisle, bust open the case, fucking pull the thing out of the bottom, throw out the thing, and then tuck it in my waistband. My waistband. I had a dangerous waistband, folks. So I'm a little guy. I would wear a big coat, and then I would have a belt on. And I'm going to unzip here. Don't mind me unzipping.
No, that's all good.
But my pants would be capable of getting all the way out to here, And I could tuck.
You're like, I just have a beer belly as a 17.
Oh, I just have a beer belly, big coat.
I actually have a
system.
Terminal disease.
I could get two bottles. What are you going to literally say? Hey, are you fat or stealing?
Are you misshapen or stealing? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, And so I could fit two 1.5 liter white Zinfandel, it's any wine really, but I just...
That was your choice.
You're
a
I fucking hated white Zinfandel. I don't know why. It was in the right spot from the place I usually stole wine.
Okay.
Both at both local places that were inside of our hometown.
I want to interject here. I kind of want to
Can I get in trouble for this? Is that you? Can you go back that far in time?
No.
There's just no way I can.
I mean, what's the statute limits of shoplifting? It's got to be 7 years.
Okay, so I'm literally good.
You
can't. Is there any statute of limitations on murder or anything like that?
I think there might be 20 years.
No way. No way. Is there there shouldn't be a statute of limitations. Shout out what you think, guys. Should there be a statute of limitations?
Okay, it does not have a statute of limitations. Okay, that's a pretty good call.
I'm guessing rape and shit like that doesn't have a statute of limitations either.
Well, I am on my work laptop, so
I'm already kind of with the murder statute of limitations.
Dude, one time on the Brew, I accidentally looked up age of consent.
Oh no! I remember that episode.
Yeah,
it was rough. Age of consent in Nigeria and
I was going global. I was like, "Where's my next vacation?" If you're a fucking security person that is, interpreting it the wrong way.
Age of consent in Nigeria, 12 years old, and then flights to Nigeria.
But speaking of weird things happening to kids, I fucking had this reminded me when you said you put the shit in your stomach. One time I was in kindergarten in Everett. There was an apartment complex.
You lived in Everett for a little while.
I did. Apartment complex.
Oh my God, you've been everywhere, man.
I have, man. And Hawthorne Elementary, Boys and Girls Club that was newly built. So I'm 8. I go to the Boys and Girls Club a lot. That's where I learned how to read. I'm fucking doing this shit. And shout out B and GC. And then there's this big
I think I got my first hand job in Boys and Girls Club.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Jesus. I dated I'll go back into I won't SS you all the way.
Yeah, okay. Hell yeah. Well, so listen, I want to hear about that though. That's absolutely. How have I never heard about that? Good God.
I don't know.
If I were you, I would bring it up more in social situations.
I should. Yeah. The person is very.
I don't know what was going on. I was a couple things happened in this time. I'm just gonna rapid fire. One, I hit my dog who I loved with the metal clasp of the leash because I was 5'6". I didn't know. And, I was younger than 8. I was 5. I was 5. Is that real?
Yeah.
What's going on with it? I've never... That was a mix
That's my Brew sneeze. It's real, but that's my Brew.
That was like a mix between Mario and that guy that's like, woo!
Oh, yeah.
That was a mix between those two.
I bring it all to the table.
God damn.
I bring it all to the table. I sneeze. I used to keep my sneezes inside, and now I'm making up for lost time.
Yeah.
Thank you. Pricer?
God damn. That's what I love about interacting with new brew folks.
Oh, I see what you're doing there, Pricer.
Some of the fucking most kind and authentic folks out there.
So what is it called when something's forwards and backwards the same?
An anagram?
An anagram?
Is that?
His name's an anagram.
Oh, shit. God damn.
Yep, I'm sure.
That's a clever bubby.
Yeah, Pricer.
We got a fucking real CB. I hit the dog with the metal clasp. A kind stranger was like, hey, would you like it if a dog hit you? No, would you like it if someone hit you? And I was like, no. And he was like, yeah, your dog, like, that hurts you. Your dog doesn't like that. And I was like, huh. I was honestly too young to be outside by myself walking my dog in Everett in like a not that great area.
Yeah.
We were just minutes away from a 7-Eleven, so that'll tell you something, folks.
Absolutely.
It was it was a bustling spot. So then, if anybody remembers Six Star in Everett, I don't know if there's more, but Six Star.
Wait, Six Star?
Do you know Six Star? No, Six Star.
Talked about Six Star.
Give me a hug right now about Six Star. If you know Six Star, that is the best time you could possibly have.
Oh my God.
That is the best time you could possibly have.
Cowboys and Indians, police and robbers,
sir.
Legos, everything, and it's all $1, $2, $3.
How could that even exist? How is it legal?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
There must have been some weird shit that legislatively closed them down. Because how? That's a great business model.
Before the Safeway, I don't know what happened to that Safeway. I don't know. Oh no, it was Albertsons. That's what happened to it. Anyways, it got obliterated. Before it got obliterated, there was a Six Star like 2 doors down from that. Dude.
That's where mine was. And it was right next to a grocery store.
Yeah,
that's probably what the business model.
Yeah, why would you not do that?
Yeah.
The kids go Six Star, Six Star, Six Star, Six Star.
Yeah, and then the kids.
I'm not excited for that.
Yeah,
I'm not excited
for that.
Fuck that
shit.
So you abuse your dog.
I abuse my dog. A kind stranger tells me not to. I'm like, all right, cool.
But then something happens down here.
Something happens down here. So
something happens down there.
I don't know what. I don't know what happened. I was outside of Six Star, which was close to, and there was an old
like Dick Star.
There was an old homeless guy, and I was like talking to him. He was talking to me. I don't know. And then we went into the grocery store together, and he was like my friend or something. And then he asked me if I was hungry, and I was like, I was a portly little kid. I was like, what you got? I'm always hungry. Like, what are we doing? I like JoJo's. Is that like in the cards? So he fucking literally goes to the like prepackaged deli meat section, grabs like one of those things like Oscar Mayer deli meat, puts it in his pants, like slides it down his pants, and also a strawberry milk and slides it down his pants. And then he brings it out to me and we're outside of the grocery store. And then he gives me the strawberry milk and the fucking turkey.
Wait, that's actually hella cool.
Maybe it was ham actually. He gives it to me and then he says, he motions at the strawberry milk and he says, put this in here, and points at my head. And then he point at the meat and he said, and put this in here. And then he just like walked off. And I was just like, whoa. And I loved strawberry. And it's kind of, when you did that, I was like, oh, I forgot about that. And then I remember I went back to my mom, because my mom, like, she was like all worried about me getting abused, but she was also like incredibly negligent.
And abusive.
And abusive also. And so, like, when I told her about this, it's like, dude, I was in fucking kindergarten, so I should not have been walking to the Six Star by myself, nor walking my fucking animal by myself. And then so I told my mom, I was like, oh, I got this meat from like my new friend. And then she was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah,
Did you tell her about the put it here?
Everything. I told her everything. And then she was like, we're going. So we
go to the police.
We go back to the fucking grocery store.
No!
He's loitering there.
No! I'm
in the car and I watch my mom just rail into this guy. He's like fucking just sitting there taking it, and she's like fucking going off. Like, I can only like really see. God. How dare you? Like, because she was like hard style abused so that's like a trigger for her. She's like, oh my god, he's gonna almost fucking. I mean, but it was she misread the situation.
Yeah,
she was the one being a bad mom. Yeah. Like, don't fucking send me to the fucking grocery store by myself.
Don't
like,
allow a homeless person to like pull me into their schizophrenic nightmare of like chocolate milk, brain fuel, meat, heart fuel.
Strawberry milk.
Strawberry milk.
There's a difference.
No,
There's
that
levels.
is cool though. That was a homie hookup.
It was weird, yeah.
That was a homie hookup.
Also, one quick thing about these apartments.
I mean, he literally was just taking care of his boy.
He was taking care of me.
You could have...
Yeah, I could have been a little homeless youth.
You could have been a little homeless. You may have been a healthier young adult
if I was raised by him.
A homeless person. Yeah.
I could have been like the homeless dog he adopted. It's like when a homeless guy adopts a homeless dog. It's like win-win. I could have been.
You could have been that.
I could have been.
If you just wouldn't have told.
I could have been like a CFO.
Then he could have kidnapped you.
God.
But it's really hard to tell what he does after he kidnaps you.
The thing is, I didn't. I put the chocolate milk in here, but I didn't put the meat in. I literally didn't. No, I think that's probably part of the problem. I wasn't wise enough to. I don't know. I just think I think
you can't go halfway. You can't go halfway.
No half measures, as they say. Fuck.
Homeless,
God damn.
Gifts of wisdom. Yeah. No, I really love that. I wonder what that meant to him because it meant something to him.
I wonder what that meant to him. Broke his heart and.
Yeah. Did he make eye contact with you from the car?
I don't think so. No? I don't think so.
Or you blocked it out.
If he did.
I mean, the thing is, I'm thinking, okay. He probably was just doing a homie hookup, but maybe he was like, listen, if I get this kid 3 meats and 3 strawberry milks and I tell him enough weird shit, he'll follow me.
No, he's playing a long con.
Yeah. He could have been playing a long con. Or he could have just been a really nice homeless guy.
He's like one of those like Barnum and Bailey type of guys where he's been like homeless and like on the top like 3 different times. He's like grooming me to be like his little sidekick boy.
Sure, yeah. No, that would be really fun. I've always enjoyed the homeless quite a bit. I've always spent a lot of time with the homeless. I actually...
You are a big... my mom was homeless when she was on her last little, stint there. My mom was scheming. She was always scheming. God bless her. She was scheming and dreaming. And, she burnt out. God damn.
She did.
Really quick, I'd love to hear about this boys and girls hand job.
Oh, yeah, sure. So, there was a girl, I don't know if most of you guys have probably heard of Wicca. Wiccans.
Speaking of which, my mom was Wiccan.
His mom was Wiccan.
She literally had a wand and fucking crystals and weird shit.
And a bunch of
she
stuff.
Pretended to be a witch.
Yeah.
Dude, one time her and these 2 350, 400-pound lesbians that she was friends with, I woke up to them. We lived in a double wide trailer.
Oh, were they?
Or triple wide, I guess.
Evicting the demons from your body?
No, they were dancing naked around the fucking fire outside listening to Sail Away, Sail Away, Sail Away, doo-doo-doo. Sail away, and I look out and I just see folds flopping around a fire, around the fucking folds flopping around a flickering fire.
Wheels are a copping, cause that would be gross.
Flopping around a flickering fire is what I
dancing
saw.
Around a flickering witchy fire.
Woo!
Woo! So you've heard of Wicca and Wiccans. Listen, if you're a witch, if you're a Wicca, if you're a Wiccan,
what the fuck are you gonna do?
I don't know.
What the fuck are you gonna do? We all got shit. We all make mistakes.
I think it's a little weird. I don't think it's really real, but to each their own.
You can be Wiccan spiritually. Don't tell me you're a witch. Don't have a wand and be serious.
There you go.
That's my big thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't have a wand and be serious. Then I really lose a lot of respect for you.
Sure.
Anyway.
It's just nobody's shown anybody any fucking magic yet, guys.
Show me a little something.
Show me a little magic, and then I'll be like,
if
wow!
David Blaine said he was Wiccan, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, sure.
That's what's up.
Sure.
Yeah, no worries.
But he didn't. So, there's something called Whiskin.
Okay.
And it's exactly what it sounds like.
What is this?
Wiccan that thinks they're a fucking cat.
No.
Yes.
Are you fucking with me?
Yeah. If we're gonna start
this existed even back in the day when you were a kid.
Was
this a child?
This was a 15-year-old girl.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I was 13.
A Whiskin? No. You keep going. And is this a real thing?
It's a real thing. Jeff is gonna get the scoop on it. So Whiskins believe that they're cats and witches, and I think they actually think they can transform. It's pretty intense shit. They're
trying to do a full McGonagall.
They're trying to do a full McGonagall. They're going full McGonagall, and you never go fucking full McGonagall.
That's one of the core tenets.
It's one of the core tenets of McGonagalism. But she, she was 15 and I was 13, and there was probably a reason. I mean, like, when you're a Whiskin, you don't wind up on the top of the social hierarchy. I was kind of a little dweeb. So, but I was like, hey, she was pretty attractive. Strangely enough, I don't know why she needed the Whiskin thing to, like,
Dude,
she kind of just she could do her thing. And
sometimes weird Wiccan witch girls are extremely. There's something about them.
Yeah,
we had one girl that literally wore a cape, and she pretended to be a werewolf, or like she was like.
But she was fine as hell.
She wasn't even fine as hell. She just always wore this corset.
Oh,
and they're just these big.
How old?
Like
how old?
17. Like yeah, like. Just
so she was pretending to be a werewolf a lot.
Fucking way past when it was able to be any sort of acceptable.
And was this frequent? Was this like
that was her dude? We would all be
like constant.
We would all be passing the bell and shit. She'd literally be like in a cape in the corner, like. But then when she revealed the cape, she had these big old fucking titties, big old white, pale, Wiccan titties.
Pale. Yeah, very pale.
Huh. I was like, I'm so confused at what I'm looking at right now. Like,
I'm confused.
There's a lot of changes happening right now.
No, that was for me too. I was like, okay, Whiskin. I mean, that seems fucking nuts, but you have boobs.
Okay, I'm not really seeing a lot of this, bro.
So it's not super popular.
I don't really think
maybe
this is
I mean, it's one of these things maybe that was locally popular.
Okay,
local culture.
This was
Kingston is not a.
We had Whiskins and Juggalos.
God damn. Whiskins and Juggalos. But yeah, no, I got my first handy at Boys and Girls Club underneath the desk.
From a Whiskin.
From a Whiskin. Yeah.
God.
And then we dated for like 2 weeks. She left claw marks in my heart. No, I actually broke up with her after
Good thing you didn't get a blowjob because I would have been.
Hey!
What's up, baby?
Good thing she didn't butt fuck me because cats have barbs on their penises.
Oh.
Cats have barbs on their penises.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, but sorry, what were we saying though? You got the hand job and then what?
Oh, I broke up with her 2 weeks later. The Whiskin turned out to be way too much to handle.
I get that.
She like
even as a how old?
13-year-old.
Even as a 13-year-old,
yeah,
like,
yeah, no.
Getting your dick
happened,
touched.
And I was like,
dude, okay, this is
nice. I like this. And then it was like she was trying to cast spells. And interestingly enough, I got roped into 2 witches when I was younger, and both of them were like 2 years older than me.
Yo,
yeah, and both of them were actually pretty.
Boys got the mana. Boys got the mana.
But then the other one,
Big Blue,
got like 8 Furbies together and was like, they're fucking communicating. We're gonna open a fucking portal. I can levitate shit with my mind. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Even as a kid, Furbies never did it for me.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was like, Furbies are kind of weird.
Yeah.
They're kind of...
Tamagotchi I could handle. Tamagotchi I could handle because it's like, oh, it's a Tamagotchi. You know, Tamagotchi. Whatever the fuck it is. I never had
Tamagotchi.
A Tamagotchi.
Damn it, get my Tamagotchi out of the goddamn shed. I swear to
Tamagotchis, you can understand. I could get down with Tamagotchis because they was exactly what they were.
A couple of times, some of them Tamagotchis came down to the shop and I said, what are you fellas looking for? And they gave me the side eye. Looked like a bunch of fucking sissies.
I was really scared you were going to use a...
No, I'm keeping it under wraps.
You're keeping it under wraps.
I'm keeping it under wraps. And even if I did, we're at the end of the episode, so it's just real
right
ones.
At the end.
It's literally just, if you're watching, you're a real one, and we fuck with you so hard, we will do you a favor. If you need a favor, hit us up.
Real quick notice, we're kind of popping off on
we're popping on YouTube
right
a little bit.
So like, if you haven't subbed, if you haven't, go ahead and
give us a little something.
You want to give us a share over there? Give us a share over there. We're popping out some pretty gnarly shorts content, so go check out some of those reels. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
You know, some of it's good. Some of it's good.
If you fuck with it, fuck with it.
It's, you know, it's so terrifying trying to post on YouTube because you're literally at the whim of something that you can't see, hear,
or
touch, taste, understand.
It's worse
Nobody
than God.
Understands. It's
God, there's a Bible.
Yeah.
The algorithm.
It literally is kind of God. It like doesn't want to promote like sexual stuff. Like there might be a stand-up bit there. There's got to be a stand-up bit there, but not enough people like know about the YouTube. God. We have to go do stand-up at a YouTube convention.
Well, I'm just imagining a religion gets formed around the algorithm.
Dude, essentially there fucking is. Dude, some of these motherfuckers. So as you can imagine, on YouTube, there's a bunch of people trying to help you grow on YouTube. Like if you look up like how to garden or how to fucking change your tires or whatever, there's always people trying to help you. There's so many. It's meta, but there's a bunch of YouTube growth people. And our boy Robert Benjamin, like,
is he popping off?
He's not popping off. I mean, he's already like pretty substantial, but he uses these like fear tactics. He's like 7 tips you need to be implementing right now or you're going to get left behind.
Yeah.
Like he like yells at you almost. And it's just so funny because I stopped, entering that world for a while because it's stressing me out. But recently I've been like watching a lot of, I've been like revisiting some of my favorite people, and his shit's been coming up, and I'm just watching it's like the guy that Andrew likes, Gregory Mannarino. Okay. His fucking degradation.
Sure.
I'm just watching the degradation of Robert Kitchener or whatever the fuck his name is. He's just got these like glossy eyes, and like it's almost, he's like using his own videos as an example, and it's almost like he's like yelling at himself as his own dad. It's like, he's like, one of the mistakes you need to avoid is you need to not be too like impatient with your videos. And he like has one of the things like, if you would have just waited, you wouldn't be competing with your own videos.
Sure, like, YouTube is a mirror for him. YouTube is a mirror for him.
And I'm literally watching a man fall apart before my very eyes, trying to tell me how to cater to an unreal thing.
That's Coda's whole fucking shtick, is just finding like the story.
Start looking at what's his name? Robert Benjamin. You'll find him. Robert YouTube growth guy.
I also just got a shout out here. I really, for like 2 minutes, thought this was Jared Leno climbs Empire State Building.
Jay Leno? You mean?
Yeah, Jay Leno. Jay Leno. And I was just thinking, how can a guy that top heavy actually climb that?
God, it was Jared Leto, not Jay Leno.
Who the
Thank
fuck
God.
Is Jared Leto?
He's this guy. Oh. Folks, we love you. We've actually never gone over 110. You're the best. We will see you so soon.
On Monday. Have an awesome fucking weekend. Party hard.